MotorWeek is made possible by Auto Value and Bumper to Bumper and TireRack.com.
After a 17-year hiatus, the Passport returned to the Honda lineup for 2019 as pretty much a two-row version of the popular three-row Pilot. While that was a great way for us to get easily reacquainted, many were hoping for something a little more special. And that's just what Honda has delivered with the all-new 4th-gen Passport. Like us, a lot of people were glad to see the Passport return to the Honda lineup. And if that includes you, chances are also good you'll be really jazzed about this all-new 2026 Honda Passport. The 4th gen certainly looks better and more unique, appearing far less like just a cousin of the current Pilot. Though its boxy vibe is not unlike the 2nd gen Pilot from 2009. With the introduction of TrailSport trim back in 22, Honda thought it was a good idea to accentuate the rugged aspects of the Passport. Obviously, people agreed, with 80% of Passport's recent sales sporting a TrailSport badge. So, Honda has done away with EXL trim on the new Passport, just RTL and TrailSport now, while adding multiple TrailSport levels at the top end. Being the most off-road capable Honda SUV ever, the standard TrailSport kit includes steel underbody protection, orange recovery loops, and 31-inch all-terrain tires on 18-inch wheels, along with amber-colored DRLs. With all Passports getting a boost in ground clearance over last year, there is no additional lift for TrailSports. But the suspension is off-road tuned, yet ride quality on the street remains plenty smooth and comfortable. Towing capacity stays the same at 5,000 pounds. We had a couple of chances to get off-road time with the new TrailSport and found plenty of traction and suspension travel for getting over and through obstacles. Yet it stayed firm enough to avoid the bouncy feel you get with many dedicated off-roaders. New TrailSport Elite doesn't necessarily add capability, but is more about pampering with perforated leather seating and 12-speaker Bose premium audio, along with a new Trail Watch camera system and, of course, lots of TrailSport logos. Supporting all your adventures is spacious seating for 5, great versatility, and some of the best cargo hauling chops in its segment. 44 cubic feet of space in back, 83.8 with the rear seats folded. The standard dash-top 12.3-inch touchscreen is a big upgrade in size, look, and function over last year's 8-inch setup. All the expected places for charging are here and easy to find and use. Under the Passport's hood is the same 3.5-liter naturally aspirated V6 as last year, but it gets a mild 5-horsepower upgrade, now pumping out 285 horsepower and the same 262 pound-feet of torque. The transmission gets a boost too, gaining a gear to make it a 10-speed automatic. All Passports feature Honda's latest iVTM4 torque vectoring all-wheel drive setup, which now includes Trail Torque logic. Now, in 45 years of MotorWeek, you would have thought our first taste of Honda off-roading would have been when the original Passport arrived for 1994. But long before then, back in the 1980s, we were tearing through the Vermont backwoods in a four-wheel drive Civic wagon, an obvious precursor to the wagon-like SUVs ruling the roads today. Exploring the pavement of our Mason-Dixon test track in our Passport TrailSport Elite, power delivery was smooth and steady, but not exactly overwhelming, hitting 60 in 8 seconds flat and completing the quarter mile in 16.2 at 88 miles per hour. Automatic shifts were very smooth, as was the whole trip down the track. It didn't behave at all like a dedicated off-roader on our handling course. There was some body roll, but otherwise it felt well planted and neutral. Steering was light with good response and just enough feedback. The soft suspension did lead to a good amount of braking nosedive, but stops were solid and consistent, averaging 111 feet from 60. TrailSport government fuel economy ratings are slightly lower than the standard Passport at 18 city, 23 highway, and 20 combined. We averaged a good 23 miles per gallon. There's a slightly below average energy impact score using 14.9 barrels of oil yearly with 7.4 tons of CO2 emissions. Passport pricing starts at $46,200 with TrailSports at $49,900 and $4,000 more to step up to Elite. We were indeed happy to see the return of the Passport a few years ago, but are even happier now to see Honda give it the treatment it deserves with this 2026 Honda Passport TrailSport. Now, get the trail out there and start exploring.
The MotorWeek app, which includes our latest reviews and feature stories, is now available for mobile devices.